Alrighty folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and today we have a epic Ross Chastain McDonald's Chevrolet Camaro here in the studio today. This is going to be a very interesting and a very fun review, so without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty folks, right out of the good old box, and I'll kick off this video with this. Chip Ganassi Racing, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, and Robert Yates Racing all have one thing in common. They are no longer in the Cup Series, so it's very sad to see Chip Ganassi Racing go last season, but at least the number 42 still lives on with the new Petty GMS team. So, we got Chastain right there on the front windscreen. What is very interesting about this car, and very reminiscent of the Kyle Busch M&M's paint schemes, there's no wording on the car. Like, it truly looks like a test car, if you ask me, because there's no wording on the sign, there's no wording on the hood. Yes, you have the giant M, but my point is that it's very reminiscent of the M&M's all over the race car you would see for Mr. Rowdy Busch. So let's take a closer look at this paint scheme. Now, I think he ran a couple McDonald's cars throughout the season. I believe this is based off the Daytona Road Course one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Got the Chip Ganassi Racing logo there. Sunoco, number 42. Let's go to the left side of this diecast, guys. And how y'all doing out there? Hope you're having a jolly good time. And one of the most subtle details of this diecast, and I'm really enjoying, is the very thin yellow outlining between the black and the white on the 42. Very, very sharp. It's got Ross Chastain, his name banner right there. Got the McDonald's logo, some extremely small decals there. You got half of a McDonald's archway, which I'm not really sure why. We got Clover right there. American Ethanol, Cup Series, Simeon's. What is it? Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders. Got NASCAR race car, a little bit of some gunk or something there. Got Goodyear. Let's go to the back of this diecast here, over here to the caboose. And, of course, if you want to pick up this diecast or any of the 2021 or 22 diecast works for pre-orders, if you want to get free shipping, guys, you know what to do. Promo code down below. Please feel free to check that out. So you got the McDonald's archways on the left side and in the middle here. You do have the Camaro ZL1 badges and the 1LE badge. 42, you notice there's a little bit of a cut right there, it seems, on the left tail light. And the spoiler is painted black. Over to the right side of the diecast, you do see the right side number, and most of those decals are actually raised up a wee bit too high. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought this was in the Authentics line as well. Could be mistaken on that, but nonetheless, though, there's something very odd about this paint scheme that I actually like. I don't know why. Something about these halfway archways actually kind of look good. I could be mistaken on that one. Go to the roof of the diecast here, and of course, I just love that 42 font. Like, truth be told, if I had to pick one number and one font for my race car, it would be the number 42. I don't know why, but I love the 42 font. I always liked it. To me, it's iconic. And I hope that we still get some Ganassi throwbacks from the Petty camp. Of course, they're going to make some Richard Petty Enterprise throwbacks from the 42 days. I do like those very thin roof rails right there. Looks very, very sharp. You go to the back window here, get Chastain. Nothing on the deck lid there. Now, this is a interesting diecast for a number of reasons. One, obviously, it's the final, few releases of the Chip Ganassi Cup Series program. It's also the second Ross Chastain release, I believe, of 2021. I expect a few more. Could be mistaken on that. I know they have two Kurt Busch ones as of right now. The Gear Wrench one, and of course, I want to say the Advent Health one. I'm hoping we'll get a few more 42 diecasts in the stable here. But nonetheless, though, really, really cool looking car. Something about this car, though, guys, to me, just looks very interesting. I don't know why. It's very well proportioned on a diecast body, especially the Chevrolet Camaro mold. There's no wording on the hood, no wording on the side, but for some reason, it actually looks really good. I'm really surprised that I'm saying this, because when I seen the car on the racetrack, I did think it was a little bland. There's something about this paint scheme, just a normal red paint job with a, I guess the archway on the sides, there's more or less like a pattern instead of it just being the McDonald's logo. But the way the arch comes up to the back window and it cuts off right there is very modern. The whole hood is with the McDonald's logo, and even another one right there on the side skirt to just add more variety to the paint scheme. There's even a small one on the roof flaps. So just very, very cool stuff. And every time I think of the McDonald's diecasts, I still go back to that, what is it, 2018 or 2019 Bubba Wallace McDonald's car. And in my honest opinion, one of the worst looking diecasts I have ever seen in my life. Oh god, what is it, the Team Bacon diecast, whatever it is the worst freaking car from that entire year, unfortunately. But this is a pretty cool looking car. And they're going to be making more McDonald's cars. Obviously, McDonald's won the Talladega Fall Race, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say it was the first win for McDonald's as a primary sponsor since Jimmy Spencer at Daytona, because I don't think McMurray won a race with them as a primary. Then, of course, you know, Elliott Sauer didn't do so before then, and I don't think Bill Elliott did either. So I think it was Jimmy Spencer at the Pepsi, or yeah, whatever they called it, Firecracker 400. So there's a little bit of a history lesson there, but we're supposed to be getting the raced version for the Talladega win, which is going to be a super popular diecast to get for Bubba Wallace. You're going to get the primary or normal McDonald's car, so that's going to be very cool. 3 paint schemes there. Of course, we have plenty of stuff to review on the channel. We got Larson diecast coming in. The throwback is released. The Bristol Freightliner car is released in 1/64 scale. Heck, even the Vegas raced win car is released. So the diecast season for the 2021 releases are definitely heating up, fellas. What do y'all think about this diecast? To me, it looks really good. This is another classic example of a car looking so much better in a miniature 1/64 scale compared to the real life thing. And I think the reason why is the logos might be a little bit bigger on a diecast, or maybe the car itself is actually a little bit smaller, so it makes the logos bigger. But nonetheless, I just think very, very cool looking paint scheme, guys. So I want to say thank y'all so much for watching the video. Hope you're having a jolly good time out there, fellas. And let me see if I can find that other Ross Chastain diecast somewhere around here. I do have another McDonald's diecast I want to compare this to real quick. So this is the Matt Kenseth 2020 NASCAR Authentics exclusive. Tell you what, if you have this 42 McDelivery car, you're doing pretty good, because that is a awesome looking diecast that is going to dry up, I'm afraid. But check this out. The McDelivery car looks fantastic, okay? Let's just be honest. It looks fantastic. Yes, it has a lot going on here, but to me it looks fantastic. Is it better than the Ross Chastain 2021? By no means is it better, in my honest opinion. I definitely prefer the Matt Kenseth 2020 edition of that car. But yeah, definitely gives you some opportunities for your diecast series. I mean, think about it. If you have one of these, you could drill out the interior, swap it out with a Gold Series piece like this. Like, let's say you don't like the Clover Camaro. You could swap out the windows for that, pop it in here, and turn this into a Gold Series paint scheme. And there you go. You could just pretend it's 2 paint schemes for Ross Chastain in your 2021 collection. Heck, he might even ran this paint scheme last season. My memory's a little bit fuzzy on that one, fellas. So, thank y'all so much for watching the video. Hope you're having a great day out there. Diecast Buffet, shining off.